Hi, I'm George, the Weather Dad, and now we're heading into the latter third of the month of March. And March has lived up to its expectations of being a wild month. One day fairly warm, the next day fairly cold, and that's a transitional month, and it looks like that's going to continue right on through the end of March. It looks like we may see a break coming into April, but we'll get to that in just a moment. But first, on your Wednesday, temperatures are going to warm up again here in the Midwest. Yellow represents normal temperatures, and that's going to be right here in the Ohio Valley. High temperatures for this time of year, mid-50s for our afternoon highs, mid-30s for lows. Fairly warm across the southeast, but very cold again, hanging across the northern tier of states. By Thursday, we tap another chunk of some colder air working its way into the Midwest. You see those colors now into green, so we will be below normal in this part of the country for Thursday. Still fairly mild and warm along the southeast, and then we see it warming up again there in the central U.S. This is for Thursday now. And every time now you see these systems moving across from west to east, it's going to tap some cold air. As long as this blue cold air stays up to the north, we're going to have those wild swings. And here comes the next one on Friday. So Friday, we're going to see warming temperatures here in ahead of the next system. So we'll be about normal or slightly above normal right here in the Midwest. Texas is going to be in good shape. Florida and the southeast, you're in trouble. This L that you see right there is going to bring some severe weather, in particular to the sunshine state of Florida. I'll show you that here in just a second. Now by Saturday, that system moves out. Here comes another shot of cold air for our Saturday. Once again, this cold air is still hanging across the northern tier of states. The next system getting itself organized there in the Rockies. And then by Sunday, we warm up ahead of the next system. This is going to be a biggie, and I think this one is going to bring some severe weather for next week. We will have to keep an eye on that. Now, as far as our precipitation is concerned on Wednesday, not much going on. Very cold up here in the northeast. Some lake effect snow still underway for Wednesday, and certainly some snow showers and rain showers. A very nasty day for those of you up in New England. Here comes that next bit of energy moving out here on Thursday. It gets going down into the state of Texas and portions of Arkansas, and it's really going to intensify. We're going to be looking at severe weather across the southeast and down in Florida. Here comes that next shot of cold air. Those are snow showers. Those of you up in Wisconsin, Iowa, Minnesota, and up into the Dakotas. And then by Friday, look what happens. There's going to be severe weather. It looks like it's going to be there in Florida. Potentially some flooding rains, maybe 2 to 5 inches of rain for those of you who come Thursday night and on into Friday. And that rain will extend up into the Ohio Valley. Here comes that next shot of cold air. I don't see any real snow for the Midwest, but there will be some snow up in the Great Lakes. And then by Saturday, that system moves out. Lots of rain across the eastern eastern seaboard rather. There could be some snow in this area as well, and we could be looking at some severe weather for you as well. But then we dry out here in the Midwest. But here comes another shot of some pretty heavy rains. This is that biggie there on Sunday. Dry across the Midwest, down in Florida, and across the eastern seaboard. But this is the one we're going to have to really keep an eye on for next week. Now, as far as the next week is concerned, this is the National Weather Service extended forecast. So ahead of the next system, again, warm out ahead of it, very cold in behind it. As soon as that pushes out, well, then we're going to be dropping temperatures across the eastern third of the country as well. But this is the start of next week, and the precipitation map does in fact show that. You see where most of it is concentrated. Now, let's change gears here just a little bit. Let's talk about April 8th, the solar eclipse. This is where the path of the solar eclipse is going to be heading. San Antonio, you'll be in the center of it, or right near there. St. Louis, you're on the edge. Indianapolis, you're in it, as well as Cleveland. Now, to get the best look at the solar eclipse, what do we need? Well, we need clear skies. So the National Weather Service does have a forecast that goes out that far. And I kind of have a tendency to believe this because our weather patterns runs in cycles. Right now, we're not in a good cycle, but I think in about a week or two, we could be flipping that cycle in our favor, because right now this looks like temperatures are going to be above normal as we work our way into the first couple of weeks of April. The key here though, cloud cover. We don't want any clouds with the solar eclipse, and right now it looks like this part of the country looks like we might be in pretty good shape. It's It's going to be wet out towards the west and towards the southeast. But once again, this is the path. So the preliminary look right now is looking pretty good for the solar eclipse. But I will continue to update this forecast as we get closer to April 8th. But keep in mind, the next couple of weeks, we're going to see some wild swings in our weather. I'm George, the Weather Dad.